Hello, good morning. This is Veilog entry 107. Currently it is 8 a.m. CST. So I think it's been like almost a week and a half since the last video I've actually uploaded on YouTube, but I've been quite busy. I've been working overtime as well for my new job because I want to rake in as much money as possible, and I should be getting my paycheck in the next couple of days, so that's going to be nice. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not bad actually. I just wasn't expecting there to be so much driving, and we also don't have a golf cart. Even though they mentioned there being a golf cart, so I was a little bit excited about the golf cart thing, so I don't have to drive such a huge vehicle. But I'm typically driving a truck or a big van with somebody else, and usually I'm paired with somebody else, and I'm just driving around, and it's a very simple job. You know, you're just driving around and cleaning facilities and, you know, sending pictures to your manager, text messages as notifications for any kind of fixtures that need to be repaired by the park district or anything like that. So it's a very menial job, so it's not bad. It's just that the people that I work with are not really, you know, it's a park, so you're not going to expect anything exceptional from your coworkers, but they're a little bit out there. Most of them have some interesting characteristics, and I don't mind it. You know, I just kind of do my own job, and I don't really interact as much as I interact as much as you know, as much as I should working with them. So I just don't, you know, I don't communicate them as much as, you know, at least talking to here and being more personal and whatnot. So, but you know, they're good people. They work hard, and they're just interesting people. You know, it's again, it's a park, so I can't really expect much from the people that I'm working with. But yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, especially the one guy that I'm mainly with is like in his 60s, and he's like, well, you know, he's a smoker like anybody else in the city, so he just like smashes a like a whole pack of squares in, you know, in one day. So like 15 cigarettes a day, probably more than that when he's back home. So yeah, his head's fucked up. So like I have to do the driving usually because I don't know, like I don't know, like I'm just gonna stick with it throughout the summer. And again, like I said, it's not a hugely stressful job. The only time I'm ever really stressed is when they're trying to like rush through the facilities and they want to like just get things done and leave. But like, no, we're already scheduled for like 10 hours in the day anyway, so there's no point in adding more stress than necessary. But they like doing that. I mean, the thing is, like, I just don't know. I don't understand people sometimes, because at least the people that I've worked with, they're kind of like the same mindset. They're kind of, it's self-induced stress and they give me more stress than necessary, to where like you get exhausted throughout the day, and then you get back home, you don't want to do anything, and that's what they do. You know, they kind of inflict more stress on themselves to the point where when they're back home, they don't do anything anyways. Like, you know, life is a marathon. It's not a race, man. Like, I guess some people just don't understand that kind of stuff, but it's fine. It's not my problem. So it's just the fact that if they start, you know, inducing more stress on me, I'm going to say something to them, because I don't, like, I'm here to just get my paycheck, essentially. I'm not here for anything else. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like, I've been doing a couple things. I've been reading my math book a little bit, and I'm a little behind schedule for my Combinatorics book, because I was supposed to be going through other chapters for this week, but I've been just getting adjusted to my new job, and I mean, honestly, the only thing I have to get adjusted to now is just driving around a lot, because I don't, like, I've never really driven through the city, but I'm doing fine, you know. Like, I'm not going to hit anybody or get into a wreck or anything like that. I'm not that reckless. I'm actually fairly careful, a little bit too careful sometimes, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to be careful. But yeah, so anyways, I was talking about math. Yeah, I mean, like, this week I was going to go through generating functions, and I'm gonna have to push back the schedule a little bit for math stuff. I forgot what I was going over. It's like generating functions. I still haven't gone through the binomial and multinomial theorem and the C formula, because again, like, I've been so occupied with, you know, the first week for me for any new job, I just want to make sure I get everything right, to where the point I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing and all that too, where it's just all automated, and I just, like, that's how I reduce stress, is just make sure I get everything down perfectly in the first week. Yeah, so, but yeah, anyways, so I'll be doing that sometime next week. This weekend, I'm working this weekend as well, so I'm training somebody. being a new person. But I'm only going down one route, so the thing is, like, this job has like multiple zones because actually this park is a lot bigger than I expected. There are 3 zones. I don't have to work in zone 3, which is down south, but zone 1 and 2 is up north, and it's fine. It's just like, getting accustomed to just having to deal with bikers and pedestrians because they can be clumsy, or they're listening to something on their headphone. You have to honk at them multiple times just to get them out of the way because you have to. I don't know, like the facilities tend to be in the sticks a bit, so it's like, yeah, it's just like that's the only stress for me is like I'm concerned I may just like hit a pedestrian that's not paying attention, or a biker. Bikers tend to be a little bit unpredictable and just not completely there sometimes. So especially there are a lot of bikers that, at least in this area, they tend to like curve around these really sharp loops without really slowing down. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man, you're crazy. I don't know. I just don't like bikers much in general. They're just they seem careless. I mean, maybe it's because they're more comfortable with the city and whatnot, but from my perspective, they seem careless, or maybe I'm just too careful. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. What was I saying? I got sidetracked. Yeah, I forgot what I was. Oh yeah, I was training somebody new and just talking about like the general stress of the job and whatnot. But yeah, this weekend's gonna be busy. It's a lakefront on a city, and the city's dense, so there's gonna be a lot of people on the beaches and using the facilities and whatnot. But I'm just in one zone mainly, so, and I'll be helping out some other zones if I have to. But I don't know. Like, the guy that trained me he wasn't really serious about cleaning facilities. He's like, just walk in, just check if you need to replace toilet paper, soap and whatnot, and walk out pretty much, because you don't really have any time to do anything else. Because usually there's a line, it's like, and in some of the beach houses at least, so, which is fair enough. Yeah, I guess replacing trash and all that too. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's not too laborious, and it's a chill summer job, so I can't complain much. It's not like working in a restaurant, or like, I mean, the other thing I would think about is like working in a library, but at the same time, it's like you're sitting down all day and it's kind of boring. I'd prefer to be on my feet and whatnot, even though it would be slightly more stressful working in a park. But I don't even know. I just, from my perspective, it seems more stressful because of the fact that I don't trust people, pedestrians or bikers. I don't trust either of the two, so I get a little bit anxious sometimes. I'm like, okay, well, yeah. I've also realized that, I don't know, like I was paired up with I was paired with 2 other people for the past 2 days, and we were like just cleaning, power washing the facilities and whatnot, and like, I don't know, like it seems like my head just works differently in comparison to other people. So I just let them I let them tell me what to do, because I'm the new guy, right? So I just do what they tell me, and sometimes I don't know, my head's not completely there. Sometimes I don't know I don't know, like, maybe it's because I haven't worked a job in a while, and when people give me instructions, maybe I'm just bad with auditory instructions. Sometimes I'm just not there. I don't know what it is, but I tend to space out sometimes, and which is fair, because it's not really an engaging job. I don't expect myself to be 100% present in a non-engaging job. So yeah, they seem to like me though. They just think I'm a little bit quirky and weird because I just get anxious for some reason. And they don't understand why I get anxious, which is fair enough. I think I get anxious for good reasons, but it's fine. For now, at least. I guess I'm just new, so I just tend to... Anyways, I'm just kind of mumbling at this point. But, yeah, everything's good so far. It's just, that's the reason. I was giving an update because I didn't want it to go past, 2 weeks of me not, uploading a video and all that. So, but yeah, I'm here and I'm alive, and I'm pretty content, I'm getting money at least, and I'm doing things that I somewhat enjoy, and I actually just recently started thinking about playing more video games, just to, I don't know, I've seen a lot of people who inherently enjoy video games. I do to some extent, but not as inherent as other people that I've seen or played with in multiplayer video games at least, or I'm not that competitive, but I can see the instrumentality aspect of it, because I have a slightly less than average executive functioning capacity, so I tend to, because of the fact that I have trouble engaging myself in certain things or focusing, so I'm hoping that if I get myself to play more games that seem mundane, or seem mundane. Maybe it's just the fact that it takes me a while to get engaged into something. So I'm gonna try to get myself into like just playing different games. Like mainly, I don't know. I installed Stellaris on my laptop, and I played like 3 hours of it, and then I just quit playing because it was fun. It's just like it just takes me a while to, to get into the habit of playing a game repeatedly to the point where I actually complete it. So I'm hoping that maybe I can get myself to play some Stellaris, and if I can add that to my days off or something, and I'll just be doing my normal things like reading my math books and hanging out with Rick or something. And I guess I did meet another guy named Brian. I helped him like move all of his stuff into his apartment. He just recently moved here, and he works with some tech company. And he asked for my phone number, and I gave it to him. And he called me, so I'll know that it was him. And we haven't contacted each other in like a week, but it's fine with me. I'm not the kind of person to really put myself out or reach out. That's the word I was looking for. Reach out to people and hang out and whatnot. I don't know. I'm very laid back. I don't know. Like I'm a very receptive person. Like I could like sit down and go do something else, and I'd be fine with my day. I don't need people around me. I'm happy with myself for the most part. So, but it would help out having somebody that's working for a company like that, right? He's like, you never know. Maybe one day we're hanging out, and they may need to hire somebody that's relatively good with computers, and they'll bring me on board. And because like I would say I'm pretty damn good with computers. My brain works with them pretty well. I don't have any kind of professional training, but I think I have like an innate capacity with computers. I don't think I would need much formal training to do any kind of IT stuff, at least when it comes to IT things that don't involve much dexterity. I'm clumsy with my hands sometimes, so I try. It reminds me, yesterday I was having trouble opening one of the facility doors. I mean, like, it wasn't my fault really. It was just the fact that the key wouldn't. You had to be rough with it, and I was being too timid with the door. And so yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know why I'm talking about the facilities again, but they're just like really old. They've been there for years, so you just have to be a little bit rough with some of it. And I mean, I have a lot of complaints about the job and how things should be done. And I'm a little bit picky because I worked with a county that actually was somewhat organized when it comes to at least the individual park zones and whatnot. I mean, they still had the same structure of like HR and the with the managerial class, and they just in their office, and you're kind of just doing your job and serving them to an extent, even though they just sit around on their computers all day. And you can tell they don't even know how to use a computer, but they're still there to do, I don't know. It seems like it's not a stressful job, I guess, and that's what people want, is they just want to sit around and minimize their stress so they can go home and do whatever they do when they go home. I don't know what most people do when they go home. They probably just go hang out with their family and have fun, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I can't complain. This is the reality of our world, and there's no point in being negative about it if you can't avoid it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's pretty much it. But I'm happy. I wouldn't say I'm happy. Well, I guess I'm happy. I'm like kind of neutral, I guess. I'm content. I definitely know I can fix my situation, but I know I have stability now, so I won't be freaking out about my money all the time, right? I have a stable income and whatnot, so that'll give me some headspace to worry about things that that actually matter to me. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I could also think about ways in which I can utilize my inherent talents to gain income, and I still think about programming and all that, but I do have a lot on my plate as of now. And the thing is, like, I've ran into situations where I put too much on my plate, and I just kind of like, instead of dropping off one or two things to trade off more time with it, I just drop everything and I just burn out. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't go anywhere with it. So next time, if I decide to like get back into programming, I may have to like I don't know. I had to kind of like feel things out and see, where I lie as of now when it comes to my energy levels, so I don't burn out again. So I'm trying to be more careful about where I put my energy, and to actually feel my body, and to feel the signals in my body and whatnot. And I've been getting better. I've been getting better. I don't feel as numb. I feel more alive, and um, yeah, I feel more human. I can actually like the actual human signals and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, I think I'm done for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and it's probably going to be like another couple more days. I have Monday off, so maybe I'll just submit another video about this weekend or something, just as an update for my training for this person. Maybe, I don't know, like this. I the weekend before was actually not that bad because there was a lot of overcast and there was some rain on Saturday, but Sunday was really busy. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see. I can't say anything about it yet, so I'll probably just give an update on Monday about like the situation and whatnot, because I don't really have anybody else to talk to about this other than Rick. But Rick is kind of his own thing, and I think he's autistic, so like it's a thing, he likes talking about his own things, right? So you can, yeah, he's kind of in his own world, so it's kind of hard to talk about your own world, and he's not like the receptive kind of empath sort of type. So he's there, and he's fun to be around, and he gives me a lot of bread, so because he's like into baking and all that, and he wants other people to try out his bread, so I taste test for him and whatnot. So it's fun to have him around. Anyways, that's another tangent. I could go on for another 10 minutes if I want to, but I'm gonna cut it off and get ready for work because I have to leave in about 2 hours or so. More like an hour and 45, but yeah. Anyways, bye.